Hello, this is Ernest Burley Jr., your certified financial planner, your chartered financial consultant, your NFLPA registered player financial advisor, your investment advisor representative. I hold the Series 663 and 7 that allow me to offer securities products to clients across the country. I'm also your author of two books on Money Management Easy as One, Two, Three, and Money Management from Grade School to Grad School. These books are being used to teach money management principles, financial planning principles, and also insurance principles to children, youth, and adults. So I thank you all who are using the book now to help others and buying the books for others. I just had a local church order some more books because they ran out at the bookstore. Loving that. I asked that everyone go to Amazon and just buy them out. Say, hey, we need to get more and more books. So I appreciate those who are already using my books and buying my books for themselves and others. And I ask others to do the same to support. Appreciate you. I'm also a licensed insurance agent with over 30 years experience in the industry, and I've been in business over 25 years, helping clients all across the country from the north to the south, from the east to the west. I have clients all over the country. So state lines don't restrict Burley Insurance and Financial Services and Ernest Burley Jr. from helping people regardless of where they are in the country. So I really love that. Okay. I mainly focus on wealth management, investing. So IRAs, rollovers. I have a stack of rollovers here now to do when people retire to roll over their 401k, 403b, TSP, or what have you into an IRA for me to help them manage that. Asset protection. So protecting what people have accumulated as well as asset growth. So strategically trying to grow what you have at your disposal. Also, financial planning. So, all different types of financial planning, whether it be basic financial planning or comprehensive financial planning. My firm handles that also. All different types of insurance, whether it be auto insurance, life insurance, homeowners insurance, condo, long term care, disability, um, contractors, business policies, church policies, rental properties, jewelry, furs, all different types of insurance policies. So we help clients across the country in that capacity also. And last but not least, athlete management. So on the NFL side, I'm an NFLPA registered player financial advisor. On the NBA side, I'm an NBPA certified player agent. So we have a lot of different resources that we can provide for you, and we look forward to helping. Right now, the purpose of the podcast is to educate, enlighten, and empower you with clear, objective, concise information, unbiased information that can help you make good decisions for yourself, for your families, for your church members, for your business, for your coworkers, for whomever you're connected to or connected with. That's what this is all about, just to give you some great information so you can take it back to others and share it so they can do the right thing by themselves and by their families and by their church members and whoever they're connected to. Okay. So here we go. Let's jump into the podcast for today. Today's podcast is titled Business Insurance. Get the right coverages, or do you have the right coverages? So small businesses make up the vast majority of businesses in this country. Like over 99% of businesses are considered small businesses, and they contribute greatly to this country's economy in so many different ways. Employment, of course, if you have this many businesses out here, of course, employing individuals. Like I have several employees, so I'm a small business. Employment, products, services, etc. So small businesses contribute greatly to this country's society. Now, I beg to differ about the definition of a small business, but hey, who am I? I mean, the definition is less than 500 employees. I'm like, if you have 100, 200, 300, 400 employees, that's not a small business in my eyes. But hey, that's not my definition. Who am I to say? I'm thinking, okay, three, four, five employees, 10 employees, that's a small business. But hey, if you have fewer than 500 employees, you're really considered a small business in this country. And that's the vast majority of the businesses in this country. So in either case, small businesses contribute greatly to the country's economy. So now, if you're a small business, if you start a small business, make sure that you protect it. I've aired several podcasts on entrepreneurship and the things you should do to get yourself situated and how to get the business running the way it should run, right? So please look at those podcasts. I think they'll be helpful to you if you are starting or thinking about starting a business, or even if you're in business and you're kind of trying to get your sea legs under you. from the beginning. All right. Today, what I want to focus on making sure that you have the right coverages for your business. This is very important. So, what's the purpose of having insurance if you're missing the main or key coverages that cover the type of business that you have or the type of exposures you may have because of the business that you're in? Now, I can't list all the coverages and all the endorsements out there, so I'm just going to list a few endorsements. Now, so we talked about general liability versus professional liability on a different podcast, so I'm not going to go over the difference between the two. But a general liability policy is just a basic policy that um, this covers basic general liability, things that may happen while you're at your business or while you're out somewhere. That's just general liability. What I'm talking about now is based on the type of business that you have, there are certain endorsements that you should have added onto your business that aren't built into the coverages that you would have on a typical business policy. So I'm just going to go over a few, but hey, you should contact your agent and ask them their suggestions and take a look at those definitions for the endorsements that they recommend for you based on the business that you have. So here's one endorsement: bailee coverage. So bailee coverage is very important for individuals who have temporary possession of someone else's property. So the typical type business that would be what? Dry cleaner, right? A dry cleaner needs bailee coverage big time because they have temporary possession of someone's clothes, right? How about a computer repair shop? Yes. How about an auto repair shop, a vehicle repair shop? Big time. You need bailee coverage. How about a pet care business? How about a jewelry repair shop? So these type of businesses, they take possession of someone else's property and they keep it for a certain period of time while they're working on it or what have you. If something happens to it while it's in their possession, a typical standard business policy is not going to cover that. You need bailee coverage to give coverage to that property that's not yours, but it's in your care, custody, and control. Okay. All right, now property damage liability. That's another endorsement, and a lot of contractors have this type coverage, and some contractors' policies, depending on the company, may have this built in. But you want to make sure you have PD liability, property damage liability coverage, if you are a contractor or other policies. But it's a big time endorsement for a contractor. So you're painting someone's house, you're a paint contractor, you're doing drywall, you're doing some electrical work as an electrician or plumbing, and you do something to damage their house, right? You kick a hole in the wall or you damage their flat screen TV some kind of way. The ladder kicks up against it and scratched it. Something, I don't. Property damage liability. That's a big one for contractors. So I would highly recommend that you make sure that that's on your policy if you're a contractor or if you're doing work where you may damage someone else's property while you're completing that work. Employee dishonesty. Here's another endorsement you may want to add on. And this is for just about any business that has employees. So employee dishonesty gives you coverage for dishonest employees. Unfortunately, not everyone's honest, right? So if they steal your inventory or steal some of your supplies or steal cash from you, it covers the theft that your employees may commit against your business. Now, it doesn't cover you stealing from your own business, right? So it's not going to cover the owners, but it covers the employees. That's why it's called employee dishonesty. And you can't say, well, I'm an employee of my business and I stole $100,000. I'm like, no. First of all, you need to go sit down somewhere. But yes, it covers dishonest employees for what they may do to steal from the business. Another endorsement: errors and omissions, and sometimes it's called professional liability. I've gone over that on a previous podcast, but E&O coverage. So this is for certain professions and occupations, and for contractors too. So if you commit an error, which means you proactively did something wrong, right? Or you commit an omission, which means you didn't do something you should have done. Errors and omissions coverage is for certain professions, certain occupations. So say attorneys have E&O, insurance agents, I have E&O coverage. Investment advisors, right? On the security side, I have errors and omissions coverage there, professional liability for the security side of my business and also for the insurance side of my business. So yes, if your area of expertise can cause someone some type of harm, then yeah, you might need errors and omissions coverage. Make sure that's endorsed onto your liability, your business policy. Okay. Products completed operations, PCO. That's another endorsement. That's normally for contractors too. Products completed operations, or sometimes it's installation coverage. So if you install siding or something of that nature. So if you complete some type of work at someone's house and it ends up being faulty for some reason, a basic policy may not cover that. So you need to make sure PCO, products completed operations. So you completed an operation or your product some kind of way is in that household or in that business or whatever you did, and it's faulty some type of way. You need that PCO coverage, that PCO endorsement if it's not already in the policy, or if you're installing something, installation coverage. So it gives you coverage for improperly installing something and happen to redo it. Right. So that's just a few. I mean, like I said, I can't go over all the endorsements. What I would recommend you do is contact your insurance agent and ask them, say, hey, take a look at my policy. You know what I do. Do you recommend any specific coverages or endorsements that I should add onto my policy? And have them send you, like normally they have like a PDF, they can send you the various endorsements and you can read them for yourself and say, okay, yeah, that's something I might want to consider, and have them added on, ask for the pricing on it, etc. But what's the purpose of having the insurance policy if you're missing the key coverages that you may come across as a business owner? Okay. All right. Now, that's it for today's podcast. Oh, really quick, if you have some time and if you can remember, put it on your calendar, make a reminder. Check me out on CTV at 4:30 on Tuesday, starting on March 26th. I'll be on there providing financial education. So, hey, I'd appreciate you tuning in and checking me out. That's CTV is Prince George's Community Television. It's a local station here in Maryland, and it's on Comcast Channel 76 and Verizon Channel 42, from what I understand. So starting on March the 26th at 4:30, you'll see me on the air trying to provide some financial education and doing what I can to spread financial education across the country. So hopefully you can check that out. Okay. All right, that's it for today's podcast. I really appreciate y'all tuning in like you do every week, and for spreading the podcast to others. I pray that you continue to do that. I ask that you send my link to others. Like, so all of my podcasts are on my YouTube channel. So just cut and paste that link and forward it to others and say, hey, go check out this guy's YouTube channel. Ernest Burley Jr. is just in my name. And they can click around in there, subscribe to the channel, ask them to subscribe, and view the various podcasts in there and like the various podcasts that they come across that they say, hey, yeah, that struck a chord. I really like that. So like and subscribe, view and subscribe, like and subscribe. Okay. I really appreciate it. So forward it, ask them to forward it, friends, family, church members, um, co-workers, employers, church members, spread it to everyone and ask them to do the same. Okay. All right. If you want to connect with me, very easy to do. You can contact me via email. It's just my first name at my full name.com. So that's Ernest at ernestburleyjr.com. Or you can call my firm at 301-262-2600. Again, that's 301-262-2600. Or you can email me or you contact me through my website, which is just my name, Ernest Burley. So ernestburley.com or ernestburleyjr.com, whichever way you want to do it. You can contact me through my website. And I have a lot of great information on my website too. So I think you like that. All right. So that's it for today's podcast. I don't want to beat it up here, but I ask that you send it to the link to everybody. And, I talk about a wide array of topics on there, everything from real estate to entrepreneurship to how to increase your credit score, all different types of insurance, whether you should buy a vehicle or lease a vehicle, whether you should pay off your mortgage early or not, all different types of stuff on there. So I'm sure there's something that can strike a chord and help you out. Okay. All right. So I'm doing a different thing with the disclosure. So I'm making sure that I hold it up here instead of me talking for another 2 or 3 minutes. Give you several seconds and you can take a look at that. That's my disclosure. And that's it for today's podcast. Okay. I appreciate you. I hope that you forward this to others, and I hope you got some good information out of it. Okay. So until next time, hey, y'all take care. Y'all be safe out there. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.